Magandang araw sa ating lahat and welcome ulit sa ating channel, Agent Mateus Class. Our topic for today is all about factoring polynomials. Ito ay quarter 1, week number 7 ng ating grade 10 mathematics. And this is Mr. Reyes, guiding you for our lesson for today. Ang ating mga learning objectives, the learner recalls or performs special products and factors. Second, you are going to factor the polynomials. Umpisan natin sa warm-up activity na ito, be special. Kasi, ang aking mga paunang mga problems dito is masasolve mo kung alam mo pa yung mga special products kung tawagin na pinag-aralan mo ng mga grade 7 o kaya ng grade 8 ka. You can pause the video and check your answer later. And the answers are, for number 1, we have 6x minus 15. For the second, we have x squared minus 4. For the third, we have x squared plus 4x plus 4. For the next one, we have x squared minus 6x plus 9. We have x cubed minus 8. We have x cubed plus 8. We have x cubed plus 6x squared plus 12x plus 8. And we also have x cubed minus 6x squared plus 12x minus 8. Kung marami kang nasagutan dyan, very good. Kung hindi naman, okay lang. Kasi ang gagawin natin, ang purpose ng ating lesson ngayon is i-recall natin kung ano nga ba itong mga special products na ito. At ano yung magiging counterpart niya. Kasi ang gagawin natin is vice versa. Instead of giving these special products, ang gagawin mo naman is ibibigay ang mga factors niya. So, meron akong ibibigay ng mga factoring tips para ikaw hindi mahirapan sa pagbibigay ng mga factors ng gaano man karaming polynomials yan. Factoring tip number 1, you must be good at finding the greatest common factor. Kapag nagsosolve ka ng mga polynomials, ito ang priority mo muna is yung pagkuha ng greatest common factor, lalong-lalo na ang mga numero o yung mga numerical coefficients. Nung grade 9, nung elementary ka, nagtuturo si teacher kung paano kunin yung greatest common factor. Isang napakabilis na way ng pagkuha ng greatest common factor nila is yung decomposition method na ito. Think of a number na pwedeng makadivide sa 8, sa 12 at saka 32. Kung naisip mo yung 2, okay lang. Kasi 8 divided by 2 is 4, negative 12 divided by 2 is negative 6, 32 divided by 2 is 16, hanggang sa may maisip ka na namang isa pa. We have 2 or 4 divided by 2 is 2, negative 6 divided by 2 is negative 3, and then 16 divided by 2 is 8. Pwede pang 2, pwede pang 8, pero hindi na pwede kay negative 3. So dito magmumula yung greatest common factor ng ating mga coefficients, na kung saan ang magiging sagot is you need to multiply those numbers, kaya 4 ang magiging greatest common factor natin yan. Kaya, kung i-finalize natin dito, giving the factors of this example, we have 4, which is taken from the numerical coefficients. Yung mga may variable naman, we have x to the 4th, x cubed, and then x squared. Kunin mo lang yung pinaka may lowest exponent, which is the x squared. And to get the remaining factor, you could apply the division of monomials. I-apply mo yung lowest exponent dito pagdating sa kanyang mga exponent. 8 divided by 4 is 2, okay? X to the 4th divided by x squared is x squared. Sinubtract lang natin yung exponent natin. Dito naman sa second term, negative 12 divided by 4 is negative 3. X cubed divided by x squared is x. And then dito naman sa 32x squared divided by 4x squared, na-cancel out na yung x squared natin. Kaya naiwan na lang is 32 divided by 4, that is 8. Kung i-consider natin itong trinomial na ito, in case na hindi na siya factorable, okay lang, mag-stop ka na. Pero pang factorable pa, ituloy mo pa. So mamaya malalaman natin kung factorable pa ba ang trinomial or hindi na. Another tip number 2, the difference of two squares. Kung alam mo na pwede mong i-apply ito, mas maganda, madadalian ang iyong pag-factor. Kung nag-exist ang x squared minus 36 sa iyong solution sa pagkuha ng mga factors ng polynomial, you could guarantee right away that the factors of this are x plus 6 and then x minus 6, because according to the rule, you just have to get the square root of the first term, lalagay mo dito, you just have to get the square root of 36, ilalagay mo sa pangalawang part ng mga binomials. And the difference of the two factors, positive yung isa, minus yung isa. Kunwari, I have x squared minus, I have 49 x squared minus 100. Pag ganyan yung setup ng polynomial natin, ang gagawin lang natin is 7x plus ito, minus ito, and then 10 dito. As simple as that. Sana lumabas yan mamaya sa mga examples natin. Ito yung pangatlong tip natin. Paano to? We have the sum, factoring the sum in the difference of two cubes. Kapag naka-encounter ka nito, ito lang yung acronym na dapat mong tandaan. SOAP. Yung S daw dito, same. Ibig sabihin daw kung ano yung given natin as the minus or the difference of two cubes, ang first factor daw natin ay dapat minus din ang kanyang middle term. Kapag plus naman ang nakalagay dito, dapat plus din daw yung first factor niya dun sa binomial. O stands for opposite. Kung ano daw yung sign from the very start, opposite nun, yun yung magiging middle term ng ating other factor. If that is plus, minus din dapat yung magiging factor ng other, magiging sign ng other factor natin dun sa kanyang middle term. Para maintindihan mo, i-apply natin sa example na ito. Okay, paano yan? Ganito yung gagawin natin. First step, get the cube root of the first term. Kunin natin. The cube root of x cubed is obviously that is x. The cube root of 64 is obviously that is 4. Ang magiging first factor natin dito is nakasalalay sa sign ng ating given. If that is minus, you will have x minus 4 here. Saan ko kinuha yung x? Galing siya dito. Saan ko kinuha yung 4? Galing siya doon. And the sign na na-decide natin is negative because according to SOAP, same lang daw ang sign ng ating first factor. Yung other factor naman is a trinomial. Pero wag basta-basta magsusulat ng trinomial because according to the rule, ang middle term daw natin is opposite ng original sign ng ating given na binomial expression. Or nung sa first factor na lang, pwede rin. The product of x and 4 is 4x. But the sign of this one is positive kasi nga opposite yung sign. Dito sa first term ng other factor, nakasalalay na dito. Just have to square that kaya magbibigay ng x squared. Square mo lang yung 4 kaya magbibigay ng 16. And to get the acronym tips here, always positive daw yung ating last term. Kaya the square of 4 here is 16. Dito sa pangalawa, again, get the cube root of 27x cubed will give you 3x and the cube root of 125 will give you 5. Again, nakasalalay sa sign ng ating given. Kung plus yun, plus din yung magiging factor natin or sign ng first factor natin. Write the first cube root here, which is 3x. Write the second cube root here, which is 5. And dyan magmumula yung ideya para makuha natin yung other factor. The middle term should be opposite of the sign, magiging negative. And the product of 3x and 5 is 15x. Yung remaining part ng ating trinomial factor dito is nakasalalay na dito. The square of 3x is 9x squared. The square of 5 is 25. So yan yung mga factors natin on how to determine the factors of the sum and the difference of two cubes. Sana nakuha mo yung tip na yan in case lalabas mamaya sa mga ibang examples natin. And once again, itong other factor na ito is not factorable anymore and that is normal for the sum and the difference of two cubes. Bali, may bibigay mo ito sa equation in the long run. You can solve this actually by determining the rational, how do you call this, irrational expression, yung magiging sagot nito kapag nasa polynomial equation na tayo. Another tip, which is the perfect square trinomial. Masasabi mo na ang isang expression ay perfect square kapag tinignan mo yung kanyang mga middle term ay twice ng product, okay, twice ng product ng mga first term, twice ng product ng mga square root ng first term and last term. Tignan natin. Ito. Kung i-check natin, yung negative 6x dito is twice the product of the square root of x squared. Okay, what's the square root of x squared? That is x. What's the square root of 9? That is 3. If the result is the middle term, which is 6x, meaning to say we are referring to perfect square trinomial. And for that, maaari mo nang isulat agad-agad na ang sagot ay we have the x, which is the square root of the first term. We have the 3, which is the square root of the last term. But the sign na gagamitin natin is minus, and then lalagay natin yung squared. Bakit tayo nag-decide na minus? Kasi minus from the very start ang nakalagay dun sa perfect square trinomial natin. Dito, minus pa rin. So meaning, ang ina-expect nating sagot is minus sa middle term, middle part. Square root of 9x squared is 3x. Square root of 25 is 5. Nag-decide ako na pwedeng gamitin dito kapag i-check natin yung 30x dito. Tingnan natin, it should be twice the square root. Kagaya ng sinabi natin, square root of the first and the last terms of the perfect square, of the potential perfect square trinomial. 9x squared has 3x, 25 has 5, then kung isi-simplify mo yan, lalabas yung 30x natin. Kaya tama, perfect square trinomial nga siya. And sa perfect square trinomial, see to it that the first and the last term are always positive. So those are the answers. That's tip number or letter D. Another tip is trinomials of the form x squared plus bx plus c. Okay? Kaya kung mai-recall mo talaga yung mga pinag-aralan mo nung grade 8, madali lang para sa ito. Okay, ano yung purpose ng 18 na ito? Nakasalalay dyan yung mga factors na may bibigay dito. Ano yung mga potential factors ng 18? We have 9 and 2. Pwedeng factors din niya is 6 and 3. And according to the rule of factoring this trinomial in this form, kung ano yung potential factors niya, see to it na lalabas yung numerical coefficient ng ating middle term. Since 11, ang lumabas dito, it's not 9. So therefore, hindi ito yung kanyang possible factors na 9 and 2. Sa 6 and 3 naman, kung i-check natin, 6 plus 3 is equal to 9. Kung lumabas yung 9 na yon, ibig sabihin, 6 and 3 nga ang mga factors natin. X plus 6, saka x plus 3. And these are the factors. Dito naman, think of the factors of negative 12. Okay? Pwede kong isulat sa mga ganyan. Think of factors of negative 12 na kung saan pinagad mo yung factors niya, lalabas ang negative 4. Setup ko. Let's say 4 and negative 3. 4 times negative 3 is negative 12, right? To get the sum, just have to add, lalabas is positive 1, which is not equal to negative 4. So therefore, these are excluded. Another, we have, let us say, we have 12 in negative 1. If I'm going to add that, or multiply that, 12 times negative 1, that is negative 12. If I'm going to add that as part of the checking, kailangan ang maging sum ko daw ay negative 4. Pero kung titignan, the sum is 11. So therefore, these are not factors. And let me think of another factors. If I try negative 6 and positive 2, magkakaroon ba ako ng negative 4? Okay, yes, nagkakaroon nga ako because the sum there, if we are going to simplify that, negative 6 plus 2 is negative 4. So therefore, gagamitin ko yung negative 6 and 2 na yan. Ang magiging factors natin for this is x minus 6 and then x plus 2. Pag na-encounter mo yan sa polynomial natin, gamitin mo yung tip na yan. Here is another one. What if our trinomials is in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c? So, ito yung mga steps natin. Tutumbukin pa rin natin yung pag-multiplyan yung nung a at saka nung c. And then, ang gagawin natin is, ipapalo natin kung ano man yung ginagawa sa pagpa-factor ng a trinomial na may numerical coefficient na 1, okay, or leading coefficient na 1. Sa pangatlo naman, in case na nakuha na natin yung mga posibleng factors natin, i-divide down natin yung original na value ng a doon sa nakuha nating dalawang binomials sa kanyang constant term. Samantalang sa step number 4, isi-simplify natin kung mayroong kailangang i-lowest term out of step number 3. And then dito naman sa step number 5, i-move natin yung magiging denominator doon sa coefficient ng ating binomial expression. Okay? Or linear part ng binomial expression. And then, i-verify natin yung product out of yung nagawa natin. And para maintindihan mo, I know medyo komplikado, pero maintindihan mo yan sa pamamagitan ng pag-perform natin sa example na ito. talagang maintindihan mo dito. Medyo komplikado nga lang yung steps kanina eh. Pero, okay, step number 1. Kagaya ng sinabi doon, i-multiply daw natin yung value ng A dun sa value ng C natin. Kaya magiging result natin is x squared minus 27x plus 50. Okay? Yung 50 na ito, nakuha yan by 10 times 5. Susundan natin yung rule kung paano i-factor ito. Magbibigay na tayo ng potential factors of 50 na kung saan pag pinag-add mo, lalabas ang negative 27. Ano kaya yung factors ng 50 na yon? Obviously, those are negative 25 at saka negative 2. Pag pinag-multiply mo yan, lalabas yung positive 50. Pag pinag-add mo yan, lalabas yung negative 27 expected. Kaya ang magiging tentative factors natin ay x minus 25 at saka x minus 2. Sa dalawang factors na yan, go tayo dun sa next na step. Ang next na step daw, i-divide daw natin yung constant term na ito dun sa original na value ng a natin which is 10. Ibabalik natin siya dyan. Kaya kung i-check mo, kung titignan mo, ganito yung magiging lalabas. Lalabay natin yung 10, and i-simplify kung kailangang i-simplify. What's the simplified form of 25 over 10? That is 5 halves, correct? Ang simplified ng ating 2 over 10 naman is 1 over 5. Kung sakasakali daw na may nag-exist sa denominator, ilalagay daw natin dito sa linear term natin. Maging ito, lagay daw natin dun sa linear term natin. Kaya, magiging 2x minus 5, and then magiging 5x minus 1. As simple as that. Para malaman mo pa, okay? Medyo may mistake tayo dito. Latas natin. Again, multiply natin yung 6 at saka ng negative 3. Magiging x squared minus 7x minus 18. Multiply ko na yung 6 sa 3 dito. Next, ibigay natin yung factors ng negative 18 na may lalabas na negative 7 as the sum. So, ang potential factors natin of negative 18 is only negative 9 and positive 2 because negative 9 plus 2 is negative 7. Sulat natin x minus 9, then x plus 2. And then another step is to divide the constant term here with the original value ng a natin. Pasok natin yung 6. And then, i-simplify natin kung kailangan i-simplify. The simplified form of 9 over 6 is 3 over, kasi di-divide mo ng 3 yan, 3 over 2. Okay? And then, the simplified form of 2 over 6 is 1/3. In another rule, kung mayroon daw nag-exist sa denominator na other than 1, lalagay daw natin doon sa coefficient ng ating x. Kaya magiging 2x minus 3 and magiging 3x plus 1. And these are the factors. If you want to check, multiply these two binomials, dapat lumabas itong 6x squared minus 7x minus 3. And absolutely lalabas yan. Another factoring tip, gamit ang factoring by grouping. So, sana maire-recall mo pa ito. Lalong-lalo na pag na-encounter mo ang ganitong polynomial, kung paano isi-simplify yan. Lagay natin dito. Okay? So, this is our given. Nakakatulong din ang paggugrupo. So, obviously, gugrupo natin ito at saka ito mag-group din dito. Hindi naman lahat ng polynomial ay may gugroup ng ganyan. What are some factors of 3n cubed minus 4n squared? Obviously, n squared. Kasi sa 3 and 4, wala nang posibleng numero or GCF nung as a whole or even dito sa isang grupo na ito. Ang remaining dito is we have 3n because n squared times 3n is 3n cubed o kaya 3n cubed divided by n squared if you want that. 4n squared divided by n squared is negative 4. Okay? Think of a numbers divisible by 9 and 12. So that number, kung i-compute mo, the answer is 3. Okay? And may maiwan tayong 3n because 9n divided by 3 is 3n. Negative 12 divided by 3 is negative 4. So yan, nagrupo na natin. And sa dalawang set of factors na ito, meron tayong common binomial na tinatawag. Ilalabas natin yung common binomial which is 3n minus 4. And then, dun sa first two factors dito, kung inilabas mo na yung 3n minus 4, naiwan na lang yung n squared. Kaya isulat mo dito. Dito naman, kung nandyan na yung 3n minus 4, which is this, naiwan na lang yung plus 3 natin. And basically, yung n squared plus 3 natin, this is not factorable anymore. And 3n minus 4 is a binomial expression itself na hindi natin maipafactor. So therefore, ang factor niyan, ng ating example na yan is 3n minus 4 times quantity n squared plus 3. That's for the factoring by grouping. Pag nag-exist yan sa mga problems natin later on na challenge ko sa'yo, I hope makuha mo yung mga factors. And ito yung final tip natin. We have the use of the factor theorem. Kung naalala mo pa yan, kapag sa factor theorem, kapag ang remainder daw ng sinubok mong number na i-substitute is lumabas ay remainder ay 0, meaning to say that certain expression is a factor of the polynomial. So let me try with examples. Dito sa x cubed plus 5x squared plus 2x minus 8, let me give a wild guess. If I will be giving negative 2, ibig sabihin, galing yan sa x plus 2 na posibleng one of the factors nito. Copying 1, we have 5, positive 2, negative 8. I could have 1 times negative 2 is negative 2, 5 plus negative 2 is 3, 3 plus times negative 2 is negative 6, add this, you will have negative 4 times negative 2 is positive 8, so therefore we have 0. So meaning, yung x plus 2 na ito ay isa sa mga factors ng polynomial na yan. Take note, yung mga naiwan dito is quotient after dividing it to x plus 2, na kung saan ang posibleng sagot na ito ay pwedeng factorable na rin. Pero kung titignan natin, it is factorable nga. Kaya, kung titignan mo, tumingin ka lang sa negative 4, factors of negative 4, to come up with the sum of 3, ang posibleng mga numbers ay positive 4 at saka negative 1 because 4 plus negative 1 is positive 3. So therefore, ang mga eksaktong mga factors natin ay x plus 2, x plus 4, and then x minus 1 na galing dito. Okay? How about this? Kung i-check mo yung example na ito, always prioritize GCF because nakita ko dito na may pwede tayong i-separate pa na greatest common factor which is positive 2 hanggang sa magiging 4x cubed minus 8x squared, okay? Minus x, okay? And then plus 2. So dito magmumula yung pagpa-factor natin. And make a wild guess again. Kung i-check natin, kung i-figure out mo yan, let me try a certain number, okay, which is positive 2. I am making a wild guess once again. If you have that skill, mabuti. Kung wala, keep on practicing. So we have 4 times 2 is 8, okay. This one, we have to add this, we have 0 times 2 is 0. And then add, we have negative 1 times 2 is negative 2. And you can cancel this, magiging 0 na. Kaya ito, maiwan yan, kung x cube ang nandun, magsisimula ka sa squared dito. So you will have 4x squared minus 1 dyan. Ito naman, yung 2 na ito, galing yan sa x minus 2 as part of our wild guess kanina. Kaya meron na tayong isang factor na x minus 2. Naiwan na lang ito, which is 4x squared minus 1. Take note, special factoring din yan. Meron tayong perfect square dito. Kaya madadalian tayo dito kasi we could have 2x plus 1 already at saka 2x minus 1. Once again, nakakatulong yung mga factoring tips na yan para mapabilis ang iyong pagsisimplify or pagkuha ng mga factors na pwede nating gamitin. Kung isusulat ko, yung kabuang mga factors, ito yung mga yon. Sana nakatulong sa'yo yung mga iba't ibang tips na yan. Kung meron ka pang nalalaman, i-comment below para at least malaman din ng mga ibang kaklase mo. Maglagay ka lang ng link sa ibaba kung meron kang alam na ideya kung paano magkapag-factor ng maayos or ng mabilisan. So, ito yung challenge ko sa'yo. Okay? Once again, prioritize or start with getting GCF. Yun muna parati yung gagawin mo. I want you to deal with this. I-practice mo lang. I-post mo yung video na ito and try mong sagutan ng sarili mo lang. Okay? You may post the video and check your answer later. Good luck! And the answers are, we have the following answers. You may check your work. I hope nakakuha ka ng 5 out of 5. Maganda. Kung 4 man, okay, very good pa rin. Kung 3, balikan mo yung 2 na nahirapan ka. Baka may certain sign lang na nakalimutan ka. And kung dadalawa, siguro kailangan pa ng konting practice. Kung isa lang, again, konting practice. Kung wala naman, sana balikan mo yung video tutorial natin. Ulit-ulitin mo hanggang sa makuha mo. Okay? Or our module na corresponding or kapartner nito, you can open that para at least may mga example din doon na pwede mong i-refer and baka makatulong din yun sa'yo. Or other module na or some other book na pwede mong gamitin. Okay? Let me end my discussion with this. Anything that is unexpected is the X factor. Meaning to say, I could expect something in you kung sakasakaling nag-i-initiate ka ng mga posibleng paraan para makaka-catch up ka, para maintindihan mo lahat yung mga discussion natin. And that for me, that's a real and X factor kung tawagin. Malaking blessing na yon pag naiintindihan mo ng ikaw lang habang nanonood ka ng video tutorial natin or meron kang self-learning na ginagawa pagdating sa mga module mo. And that is all for now. I hope nakatulong sa iyo yung mga discussion natin about factoring polynomials. And then ends our discussion. Thank you for the time and have a good day.